Alright, welcome to the ultimate guide to parallel and perpendicular lines, level 3. Now, in problem number 1, it says find the equation of the line parallel, okay, so there's our big keyword, parallel to the line 6x minus 3y is equal to negative 9. However, we have a bit of a problem. In this, our equation is not in slope-intercept form, it's in standard form. So when I write 6x minus 3y is equal to negative 9, what I have to do to find the slope is I first have to get my y by itself. So ask yourself, if I want to get the letter y by itself, do I get first rid of my addition or do I get rid of my multiplication? And of course, in this case, we always want to get rid of our addition or subtraction first. So I can subtract 6x, I can subtract 6x, and now I have negative 3y is equal to negative 9 minus 6x. Remember, those two things can't combine because they're not like terms. Now from here, we can divide everything by negative 3, and we actually wind up getting this. We get, let's see here, we get y equals negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3, negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2x, and we see that our slope m1 is equal to 2. Okay. So let's just kind of switch up the colors here to show that we're doing something different here. Now we want to find the equation of the line that is parallel to that. We'll just write it out, why not? Parallel. And that means that our second slope of our second equation, well, if it's parallel, we know it has to be the same. Very nice. And so we know that the slope that we want to use for point slope form has to be a2. We also see that our x1 value is negative 2 and our y1 value is 6. So let's just plug everything in. Y minus y1 is equal to m parentheses x minus x1. And then from there, let's plug in all the things that we know. Let's see, so we have y minus y1 is equal to x minus x1. So what in the world is my y1 value? Well, I look at the point, my y1 value is 6. I look at my slope that I'm using, which is a 2, and x minus my x1 value, though, is a negative 2, so notice that we have two negatives. Well, what do we know about two negatives? Two negatives make a positive. Okey-doke. And then from there, all we can do is our distribution. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 2 is 4, and all we have to do now is get the letter y by itself by simply adding 6 to both sides. And we see that our final equation, I'll write in blue so it really pops out, is y equals 2x plus 10. There's our final answer. Alright, pause the video, finish taking notes, let's move on to example number 2. Okay, now here in example number 2, I'm not going to help you finish the full problem, but what I am going to do is help you find the correct m2 slope, the slope of our second line. So we want to find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to 4x plus 2y is equal to 2. And what we have to do, of course, the same thing as in our first equation, is we have to get the y by itself. So let's see here. I can subtract 4x from both sides, moving my x term first. I have 2y is equal to 2 minus 4x. And of course from here we can simply divide everything by 2. This gives me y is equal to 1 minus 4 divided by 2 is 2x. Now notice here that my slope is actually this negative 2. So I can write m1 equals negative 2. And remember, here we're looking for the perpendicular slope. So for my m2, let's see here. What two things do I have to do for a perpendicular slope? Well, I first write the negative 2 as a fraction, negative 2 over 1. And of course, remember for the perpendicular slope, think about it, it's the opposite reciprocal. And so negative becomes a positive, and 2 over 1 becomes 1 over 2. Now from here, I can plug in all my information into y minus y1 is equal to m parentheses x minus x1. And let's see what happens here. So I have y minus y1 is equal to m parentheses x minus x1. Let's plug in all other things. I see from the point my y1 value is a positive 3. I know that my slope that I'll be using is the 1/2. And I see from my point my x1 value is 0. And you know, guys, I told y'all that I wouldn't work out the whole problem, but let's just go ahead and do it. So we have y minus 3 equals 1/2 times x, or aka 1/2 x. And 1/2 times 0 is simply 0, so you could write plus 0. It really wouldn't matter. But then from here, we get rid of our 3 by adding 3 to both sides. And we see that our final answer is that y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Alright, I hope this helps, and I'll see y'all in our level 4 video.